Holy shit. God dang, man. What's going on, Dom? How are we doing? It's been a minute. It has been a minute. I've been busy. Been very, very busy. Been playing stuff when I can, but we're doing good. Have you been? You were busy. Oh, been yeah, yeah. Heard you've been busy. Yeah, I have been. Yes. So lots of things changed very abruptly towards the holiday season. And well, all in all, your boy had to really kick his shit into gear to make a little bit more money. So because of that, I couldn't really stream. I mean, I could have, but I'd have like zero energy. I feel like, so we didn't do it. But now that I've kind of got some things rolling, I think I can add it in or add the stream in here and there. You know what I mean? So mainly as a thing I want to do. You know what I mean? So we're gonna try it. I can't say I'll be as consistent as I was, but I'm gonna try and get a stream in every once in a while. Sounds like you're getting it back on track. It's good to hear. Yeah, yeah. We're doing a lot better now. So we're doing a lot better. I've got right now I'm doing like DoorDash, and then I've also got another job that I'm doing. Constantly applying to other ones as well. Um, kind of in a bit of a pickle, I guess you could say. Mainly because I'm not gonna really get into it, but basically, our lease is almost up, and we're kind of deciding whether or not we're moving or not, and that kind of limits where I'm gonna be working essentially. So it's kind of a weird situation. So yeah, there's a little bit going on, but also got some. Well, I'm not gonna mention that either because they don't want anyone knowing. So before I release that to the fucking world. But yeah, lots of stuff going on. Either way, though, we're here. We're gonna try and get some stuff going. And first things first is the patch notes, man. The freaking patch notes. We're about to accidentally dog. So yeah, exactly. Yeah, basically. I've been hearing a lot of shit. I haven't actually looked at the patch notes or anything myself. I did look at the roadmap that they posted, and some pretty cool shit. I'm not gonna lie. I saw a little bit of the visual changes on the DK. Looks pretty cool. I haven't seen the two-handed skill line yet. I didn't even know that got reworked until I watched Nico a little bit. He kind of mentioned it. Um, yeah, I guess we kind of just go through the PTS and see what's being said here. Let's go ahead and take a look. All right, welcome to the Elder Scrolls Online 11.3.0. Who's on update 49, season 0, yada yada yada. Kind of zone experience, also laying the groundwork for future seasonal editions. Right. We looked at that stuff on the roadmap. Like, yeah, Dragon Knight, two hand, yeah. So I don't the night market. So, gonna be going live on January 20th when PTS Week 2 goes live. And the night market, a valuable trade hub for all manner of goods, both worldly and daedric, is in constant flux as different patrons vie for control of its resources. There's a power vacuum currently within the market as the former leader has disappeared, and 3 rival patrons have laid claim to the mantle of leadership. These claims hold a little sway as malevolent forces have pushed their way into the market and districts have fallen. Mortals are normally shunned from this area of Fargrave, but the patrons have opened the pathway to hopefully entice their aid to become the ruler of the market. Okay. So, a little bit of an event, I guess. I haven't played nearly any game. I've been busy for a while. Went on vacation, then got back and have been busy. Yeah, I feel that. I've been trying to play some games here and there. Um, Mainly, what I have been is a little bit of DC with some of the homies because they're playing it right now. I tried playing a little bit more of Oblivion. Um, the wife's been playing Hogwarts. I've been playing a little bit more of this. Oxygen not included. It's a little like a colony management game. It's a lot of problem solving. You know, you got gases to worry about, oxygen obviously, power, heat. It's just a lot of problem solving. It's a fun game, kind of managing on an asteroid. Warframe here and there. I haven't played any Where Winds Meet. I'm not even gonna lie. A little bit of Hades, Fallout, just a little bit of everything. You know, not really one thing entirely, but yeah. So new zone, or zone type, event zone. Um, your districts to explore, activities, unlocks and rewards. Boons. Activities will grant powerful effects within the night market stack, and these effects could be the key to your success. Interesting. So is this gonna be like a roguelite or something? Getting like little bonuses and shit? Favor, purchase items or faction vendor. Very interesting. I'm just keeping up in Where Winds Meet. I'm waiting for new content to come out. Yeah, you got lead for the guild, right? I think it transferred over to you. Um, if I do get in, or if I do get some more time, I'll probably end up playing that and ESO on stream, one or the other. Probably more so that though, because ESO still hasn't gotten any of the updates, right? So we'll probably do that. See where we left off. In a minute. I really just wanted to. You see, I was kind of in a, I guess, a little predicament. All right, I wanted to play the game, but I wanted to play it on stream, and because I wasn't streaming, I didn't want to play the game. Does that make sense, bro? It's kind of what I wanted to do. So I never played it again. As for the other games, I just kind of played. Achievements, collectibles. Guild's still around. I think there is a daily requirement. And I think I'm the only logged on in a month. Oh man, dang, dude. Hey, Danny boy coming in with the primers for 5 months. Thank you. I appreciate that, sir Danny. Hope you've been good, dude. Ropers was good, dude. Welcome in as well. He lives. I do, bro. Been busy. Been busy. I hope we all been good. Alright, what do we got here? Tamriel Tomes. What is this? Player representative of season 0 Tome. Dawn and Dusk goes live on April 2nd. New way for players to earn a wide array of rewards for engaging directly with ESO's content and systems. Okay, so we got a new reward system. Choose a battle pass like system. Makes ESO consistently more rewarding to play for everyone. Interesting. Whether you're interested in questing, trials, PvP crafting, or other playstyles. Launch every season. Access to the free side of the Tamriel Tome, which will offer rewards, cosmetics, seals, trade bars. More of this below. Gameplay items. My paid upgrade to the premium version will also be available, offering additional cosmetics rewards. The Tamriel Tome will change for each new season. However, if you decide to purchase the premium Tamriel Tome, it is yours to keep forever. Come back to it and continue progress anytime. Interesting. Haven't seen haven't seen you on in a while. Yeah, I haven't I haven't streamed in probably like what 2 months ish, something like that. It's been a minute, dude. I bought the second battle pass for Wormwood's Meat. Then never even 100% it. I got busy. Oh man, got the outfit though. That's all I cared about. There you go. Yeah, I think I actually tested that too. If you bought the very first battle pass, if it carried over, and I think that wasn't the case. Fortunately, that's all right though. That's okay. All right. Trade bars. What is this? Fucking Neverwinter, dude. Got some trade bars. What were they called? Oh man, they had a specific name. Let's say it was like trade bars or something like that. Fucking Neverwinter, bro. I can't remember, but it was something like that. Anyway, new currency replaces event tickets and will never be sold for crowns. Interesting. Trade bars for game event. Oh my god, they're working. Why was that so loud? Ow, dude. Jeez. What's going on though, Glock? That actually jump scared the fuck out of me. Ow. Okay, anyway, where was I? Won't be sold for crowns, edition, trade wars, and events. PvP progression system coming up called Veterancy. Interesting. I think the volume on this shit is like whacked. Sup, dude? Not much, man. We're just checking out the patch notes. Haven't really gone through them. Challenge system challenges a week, seasonal challenges, complete challenges. Earn tome points. Earning tome points will unlock further page in real time. Self-explanatory. Okay. Access to 5 weekly challenges, refreshing every week. Its challenges provide a wide variety of activities to engage in. If you don't some of the weekly, or try to sync your activities with a friend, you'll have the ability to reroll weekly challenges. Interesting. Okay. I wonder if that's the thing that's going to cost money, though. Any good stuff in there other than just learning about the battle pass and some new zone event? Nothing really too crazy yet. Nothing too soon. I guess the event tickets are going away for trade bars, or in place of trade bars. Interesting. All right, the Gold Coast Bazaar. You'll land on PTS 112.6 once maintenance concludes. That should already be out then, right? Is our new gameplay currency-driven store located in the Crown Store UI as its own data tab. It's home to mounts, pets, outfits, and even gameplay items. All items in the bazaar can be purchasable with trade bars. Your currency replacing event tickets. I mean, previously sourced in golden suits and in-game events. such as Twitch drops, Amazon Prime game, Doritos, to name a few. Doritos? What the hell? When did they ever promote Doritos? Or were promoted by Doritos? The frick? I don't even remember that. I like the free respecs. New DK animations look cool too. Heard a bunch of stuff is going, or is going to become a part of the base game too. So a bunch of new dungeons and zones for non-ESO Plus players or something like that. Yeah, that's what I heard too. I think it was like all the chapters up till Greymore, I believe, which should include basically every like system that you had to pay for like originally. So like jewelry crafting, that would include mythics, right? Because you get the antiquity system. What about scribing? Scribing came with the base game, right? Or did you need Gold Road for that? So almost everything. So that could be cool. And then everything's gonna be free, free on. Scribing is already a base game. Okay, well there it is then. Yeah, perfect. So yeah, I think that's everything. Like any like big gameplay changing DLC is basically gonna be in the base game now. That's cool. So this is gonna be like all of the old promotions, Twitch drops, Amazon, like they said. It's all going to this bazaar, which then you can use the trade bars to get. That'd be cool. That's a nice little quality of life. That way, in case you had that case of FOMO, right? You can now go back and get some of the shit that you couldn't get or went around to get. So that's cool. Seasonal is a selection of cosmetics and items over season. Refresh every 3 months or so. Not giftable. Count bound upon purchase. Makes sense. Okay. Base game expands. 4 classic DLCs in one class are now included in the base game. Players who do not own these DLCs will receive them upon their first login after Update 49 is live. Orden, Imperial City is already in the base. Or no, it's in the Crown Store. Then you have to get it. It's free, but you have to get it from the Crown Store. And then, okay, so it's just gonna be in Orsinium, Thieves Guild, Dark. That's pretty good, dude. Nice. Crazy to think that I started playing a little bit before Icy, I believe. That's when I started playing, so it was before City came out. Holy crap, man. Who the Spokes kid is? By the way, I just discovered it and watched this video that did a Project Blackbird. And man, it's eye-opening. Nah, I don't even know who that is. I haven't seen anything about that project either. Even companions are becoming accessible now? True, yeah. Icy's in the Crown Store for free, and a lot of people miss it because who would think to look in the Crown Store for a free, yeah, for a free DLC, true. Well, I wonder if anyone tries to, like, interact with anything with Imperial City, so, like, trying to do, like, White Gold Tower or something, if it would prompt them to go to the Crown Store or just straight up open it and show them that it's free. I wonder if if that was a thing. But if not, yeah, that's a good thing nonetheless. But I'm kind of curious if it ever prompted them to like just grab it for free. They tried interacting with the content. All right, that's cool. New ESO Plus perks. Oh boy, baby. Oh shit. The team is still hard at work on the delivery system for the new ESO Plus currencies. So you'll not see these available to test during week. Yes, we'll update later with PT cycle. These are available for testing. However, we want to ensure available when update 49 is live in preparation for season 0 launch. Okay. Even more reasons to subscribe to ESO Plus with all new perks. In addition to all existing perks, I receive these new season's benefits. Earn 10% XP or tome points for challenges. Okay. As well as 1 cache of tome points and 1 premium tome token per month. Update 49 note only. Reminder that 12 premium tome tokens allow you to unlock a premium plus bonuses tome choice. Okay. New tripled cap on transmutes, up from 1,000 to 3,000. Holy shit. Well, there you go. The people that are hoarding transmute crystals because there's nothing to use them on, well, there you go. You got even more of a storage for them. Super good info, trust. I think you should react to it, to the vid. Change your mind about ESO in the future for the better.
Twist that dick!
Twist his dick! What's going on, Tiff?
Oh my god.
Yeah, I'll probably check it out then. We'll see. New furnishing limit increases. Fucking tarnish. And there's Maddie too. What's good, dude? Of course, that'd be your first one. ESO is stupid. This is true. We're checking out the patch notes. 3,000 just for ESO Plus because non-ESO is 500. It's gonna be 1,500. Well, they said tripled. So I have no idea. It just says for ESO Plus members. I don't know if they're changing the base. So I'm imagining 1,000 will be the base. 3,000 will be with ESO Plus. If they let PTS go live, DK is miles beyond meta. There's builds right now that do like 200k flame breath over 3 seconds. Jesus, what? That's disgusting. Good lord, that's disgusting. Alright. Antique benefit. I now enjoy doubled antiquities timer lengths. Okay, sure. It's, what, a freaking month? So doubling? Alright. Closest DLC, both western and eastern sides of the zone are so plus. Okay, cool. Holiday XP. Combat refresh. So this is the DK shit, I imagine, right? Take a gander. Yes, it ain't balanced. You can stealth pot, flame breath, full Zerg dead. That's wild. Adding 3 horse trainings a day, which is amazing. Oh shit, that's kind of nice. That's quality of life. I mean, it'd be even better if they just made it account bound. Like, just level up your mount once. It takes what? 6 months or something to completely max out a fucking mount on a character? It would just be nice if they made that count bound or count wide. Where the fuck is the wee wee wee? There's probably some missing. I'm not gonna lie because I had subscribed to sound alerts, so there's probably some gone right now until I get back into streaming a bit. So those are gonna be gone for a bit. Alright. Dragonite class, 2 ended skill lines, both have seen updates, their visual effects, animations, and audio effects for active abilities. These updates range from simple upgrades that retain their original flair and flavor to some that are larger in scope and add completely new visual or audio language. Each of their class skill line passes now also include flavor text to help ignite your imagination. Imagination! By giving more insight into how their powers are contextualized in-game. In addition to this, many Dragonite abilities and passes have seen functionality and balance updates and efforts to help reinforce their core identity, which are detailed in the balance section patch notes. I think we're just going to go ahead and skip right on down to that, huh? Level ability or skill line should see progression respected automatically. Okay, so you just have all your shit still. Cool. Housing, furnishing, don't care. Player experience improvements. Improvements noted that have been reduced friction for engaging ESO systems combat. Teams selected these from long player requested features. some of the most common pain points for players with whatever. Count wide outfit slots, sure. Back bar X. Oh shit. Now experience. You can earn experience on your back bar, back ability bar from all sources equally to their front ability bar. Dude, that's nice. What the fuck? You know, I was wondering why this wasn't a thing already. That's really nice. What the fuck? Now you can level up all your skills. Doesn't really matter. What the hell? That's cool. So that counts for your actual weapons too, right? So you're using like, I don't know, fucking for whatever reason, bow and then staff should get XP for both, no matter what. It's cool. They're taking it from 180 to 6 days to complete horse training. Yeah, right. So it'll go from 100 to 60. Still would wish it was account wide. Still, that's still a nice change nonetheless. All right, bag and bake cost reduction. Let's upgrade your bag and bake by nearly 50%. Holy shit! Here's the cost of crown costs or bag and bake upgrades. People using crowns to buy bank space and shit. It's crazy. I guess it is an option though. But yeah, that's nice. I can't remember how much it costs to actually max all that out, but it's not that much. I think. I mean, for a new player maybe, but she gets some gold. Yeah, it could be account bound, but then who would buy the horse? Exactly. Yeah. Cause and effect, right? Guild repping. Good name without having to wear the. Oh shit! Without having to wear the guild tabard. Yo, that's sick. It's like a small thing, but that helps my outfit so much, bro. I don't have to wear the damn guild tabard anymore. Let's go. Hell yeah. Alright, cool. Guild trade listing. Restore a 30-day listing. Oh shit. Ultimately the savings were not in line with player sentiments. Consequently, we have reverted to the 30-day listing. So cool. Hide armor now with gloves, boots, belt, pants, and chest. Oh, okay. That'd be kind of cool. See a bunch of naked people running around. Legit, no one repped the guild. It was ugly. Hey, I mean, it worked. It was alright. Sometimes it was good to wear, especially if your chest piece sucked. But then again, if your chest piece sucked, then you just go wear a different chest piece. Oh man. But yeah. Increase furnishing slots, home, I don't care. Sort order for vendors, came. Lord. I have 24 week. Yeah, see, triple transit limit from 500 to 1500 per account. So yeah, it's 1500 if you're not ESO plus, 3000 if you are. Okay. Mimic stones. Sourcing of the. I don't think I've used a single mimic stone. There's not much of a point of styles now, like style stones, really, because you could just change it with outfits. You know what I mean? Am I the one who thinks that? I don't know what the fuck's wrong with us, but if they continue with these visual updates, or it'll get worse. 510 FPS, you'll need 1050 ability and to cast your own ability. Yeah, we'll see how it affects everything. I don't know. So much better coded, and the old ones look fancier, better. I could definitely see that, but again, we'll have to see, right? Kind of hard to say in a serial setting. Yeah, with everyone throwing the fancy breaths and fancy whips. Well, if what you're saying is true though, Tiff, it doesn't really matter. You know, once someone casts a single breath, the whole server is gonna just get wiped anyway. So, hey, less people, less lag. GG's. All right, no worries. Don't need to worry at all. The server year by year. I don't think they've been downgrading their server. I think it's whatever the fuck they're doing on the server is downgrading the performance of it. This is what they want to reduce the PvP pop. We'll see. Alright, mounts for gold and faster riding training. New options. One stable master is selling a brand new. Never before seen mount for gold. Kudos to whoever finds it first. Oh, interesting. Additionally, 16 mounts that were previously only available for crowns or other limited time offers will be sold for gold at other stable masters in Tamriel. I'm kind of curious to how much those are going to cost. I'm like assuming I don't know if it's going to be like Apex mounts and shit, but I'm assuming like millions of gold. Could be interesting. Existing mounts 25k gold. Upgrades instead of the previous one. Okay, cool. Longer to use lead expiration. Yeah, you were just talking about that one. Gold leads now have one to be 360 days for ESO. What the fuck? That's crazy. Quicker crafting research. We have reduced the time to be able to fully research crafting traits by over 10%. Damn. Sees the max cap is being low 30 days to 10 days. The cap is derived from the rank 4 of the crafting tree. I was not expecting that, dude. That's nuts. And then give me 1 second here. Wife just woke up. I'm gonna say hi, and then we'll get right back into the notes. Uno momento. Alrighty, I'm back. Oh, let's see. I think the really basic mounts that have been in the crown store for the entire time. So still expensive, but not crazy. Okay, I got you. All right. So reduce crafting research, respec skills and attributes in the UI for free. Support, to support you being able to play your way. The cost to respec both skill and attributes to be 0 gold. Wow, so you're telling me it doesn't cost 20,000 gold to respec my warden anymore? Thank fuck, dude. Holy shit. It's crazy because the cost of it went up and up for every skill point you had. So it was like getting upwards like 20k gold for me to respec my warden. It was getting kind of ridiculous. But that's cool. That's nice. Stackable treasure maps. For testing? Yeah, exactly, dude. Um upgrade bag in UI. Inventory screen, that's nice. Vampire Werewolf cures. We've made a number of improvements for Vampire Werewolf quest experiences. Add new discoverable shrines in the world with associated vampire and werewolf icons. There you go. Yeah, you know, that was actually kind of interesting. There is no way, like, no icon on the map to tell you where to get vampire or werewolf. You know by asking or looking it up. Or just randomly coming upon it, I guess. But even then, there's nothing really at the shrine to tell you that something could happen there. That is kind of interesting. I just now kind of thought about that. Scammy vampire bite or werewolf bites from the crown store. Oh, are they? Add new shrines in Ordon, Glenumbra, and Stonefalls. There are NPCs that allow you to begin their respective quests. Okay. If you complete the quest and since procured the NPCs allow you to immediately regain. So you don't have to do the fucking quest line anymore. Oh my god, that is such a good change. No longer do I need to hear the cursing of Moloch balls, dude. Holy moly. That's really nice. You can also buy scratch other players at these new shrines. The nighttime requirement that limited fiends nearby shrines from appearing to aid in natural bites. You could get naturally bitten by a fiend? What the fuck? I didn't know that. Interesting. Reduce the gold cost of cures in game, particularly the cost of curing an advanced affliction. And added quest stars for both the vampire and werewolf quest for those who have never previously done those quests. We have removed bites and curses from the crown storm. Change the price of cures the crown store to be 0 crowns. Holy shit. Bro, they were listening. What is happening? What is up with all these quality of life changes, man? I don't know, man. This guy that's at the top, I wonder if he's got something to do with all this, but it is definitely going in the right direction with these changes, man. That is really, really nice. Okay. The location track inside zone quest screen. Activity around the zone guide will then guide you to new locations based on your selection. Tooltip for Battle Spirit. The tooltip display does not currently reflect updated text for Battle Spirit, but it will in future PTS updates. Okay. French voiceover support. Nice. New management's looking good, yeah. Only way if you didn't have another player. I didn't even know that, bro. I've been playing the game for fucking how long? I didn't know you could actually get bitten by an NPC to get vampirism. I thought it had to be by another player. Which I guess in my thought, I thought like somebody had to have started getting the vampirism from like the crown store, and then it just cascaded to them biting other people and then them biting other people and just, that kind of shit, right? But yeah, I didn't even know that. Dude, the article that Vid covers really shows how bad Matt Führer was for the game. I mean, dude, just with this management change, I mean, look at all these changes, man. That's all I gotta say. You know, this is nuts, man. I'm not gonna like get too brown nosy, okay? But so far, this dude's doing pretty damn good. All right. All right. Now we get to the meat and potatoes, combat and gameplay. There we go. So, general, fixed an issue where opening UI elements while bracing, actively holding block could cause the action to become stuck. Entering a UI element while bracing now disables bracing will require you to re-input the command to begin bracing again. Stuck. Interesting. I was wondering if that was talking about like holding block and then like accessing siege and then it becomes stuck. UI element. I'm curious about that. Very curious about that. It's what it sounds like. So I'm curious if you can actually block and siege at the same time anymore. To change some things. Resurrection has become significantly less frustrating to use in high intent. Oh god, what did you do? The act of casting or resurrect an ally now can be done while rather than canceling itself if you moved more than a few frames. Casting resurrect will now limit your movement speed to 10% of your current speed to retain a sense of risk and skill while resurrecting. Sorry. Casting Resurrect now temporarily allows you to phase through NPC enemies while casting the effect, ensure you cannot be pushed away by monsters, those in dire need of a Resurrect. Okay, I was a little scared. That's not bad. Okay, I was a little scared by like reducing the cast time of res or whatever the fuck else, because that would have been a big yikes. Holy shit. Alright, but yeah, that's not bad. That's actually pretty nice. You can't be knocked by NPCs and you now actually move a little bit. It's very interesting. Alright. Class skill lines. Can you change the key binding for Resurrect? Because if you can, I might actually change it, because I'm so tired of like trying to hold start on the controller and then just accessing my start menu because something fucking happened. Or the UI of it's not appearing. Might change it like down on D-pad or something. I don't think I have that for anything. Anyway, side note. Class skill lines, Dragon Knight. Overall change, Dragon Knight has seen many changes to abilities and passes to better diversify the distribution of role-based tools in each skill line, while simultaneously creating more incentives to help pure classing remain effective compared to subclassing. This won't be our only effort in aiding this experience. These adjustments are meant to lean into the existing core identity of Dragon Knight while simultaneously trying to improve underrepresented roles such as support. This has resulted in reshuffling of where abilities are sourced with each kit, and some functionality changes to existing abilities to ensure we cover each role more evenly. Okay, interesting. They said support. Underrepresented roles on the DK as support. Did they get rid of Poop Rock, bro? I'm curious. Because Poop Rock's trash. Let's be honest, dude. You know what, dude? Before the Dragonite changes, obviously we're gonna need to see what some of those are. I might make a Poop Rock DK healer. I might finally do it before the changes happen. Just for the gits and shiggles, bro. Go out there and throw some shit at people. GG's. Alright, let's see. Crossed out and specific skill line have been removed, while abilities that have been renamed or reworked have had original name called out in parentheses. Okay. Ardent Flame. Dragonite standard. This ultimate and standard of might morph no longer deal damage to enemies inside or apply major. What the fuck? Instead, these ultimates grants you and up to 11 allies standing in the area have increased weapon and spell damage and reduced damage taken by 12%. Yo? Okay. Standard of Might. This morph increases the bonuses of the caster for the caster of the ultimate. Adds 425 weapon spell damage and 13% reduced damage done in addition to the base, rather than granting a unique 15%. So wait, do you get reduce your damage taken by 25%? All inside, dude, that's nuts. What the? Okay. And then there's shifting standard. This morph continues to work as originally designed, dealing damage and applying. Ah, damn, bro. I was gonna say I can move this shit around. Oh, dude, that would have been nuts. Shit fist, you won't, bro. I don't know, man. You underestimate my power. My DK is already leveled up. It's got all the skill lines. I don't know about all the skill points, but it's probably close. I'll fucking do it, bro. They aren't just making the DK the tank class, make it so you could do DPS too. I don't know about healing. I don't heal in PvE. Yeah. We'll see.
Do it!
Jesus.
Just do it!
Bro, there's a freaking echo in it. I was about to drink my coffee and I would have just spilled it everywhere, dude. Asshole.
Do it!
God
Just do it!
damn. It's so loud. I need to go in my settings and turn that shit down, bro. Holy moly. That is, dude. Yeah, it is loud, isn't it? At least I'm not the only one suffering for it. Alright. Anyway, that is really nice. That's a good change right there, dude.
Do it!
Oh my god, dude.
Just do it!
Whose idea was it to make these shits fucking 50 channel points again? Good god. There's also a new cooldown. Yes, I know. Terrible idea. Alright, anyway. Good change for the standard. I kinda wish it was the same thing for shifting, but I get it. It's probably not the greatest thing. Placing this down in choke points or places where you're going to be standing still, kind of like in towers or wherever, this can still be really good. Especially with my damage sharing DK. Bro, with how much, what is it? It's 1212 weapon and spell damage that it shares, right? Adding 375 on top of that? That is some damage. That's pretty good, dude. We'll have to see. We'll see what this brings, but I like that. Anyway. What's up? What? How much? Huh? Damn. Not bad. Yeah, go if you can. Fun. You can do that. So you can get stuck in the block in live. I didn't know about that until you read it. Wait, can you actually? So what is it? Just holding block and like what? Pressing start or going in your map? It just stays blocking. Cause yeah, I've never really seen that. All right. Anyway, lava whip. Excuse me. This ability now becomes volcanic whip for 7 point. Why is it not 8 seconds? Why is it 7.9? Oh, I hate that. We'll just make it 8 seconds, please. Anyway, seconds after it damages an off-balance enemy, which allows you to, for multiple... Oh. What? Allows for multiple activations within that window? Or once every 20 seconds, Volcanic Whip costs half as much and just 33% more damage. This is damage in a 5-meter radius around. What the fuck? Whip is AoE now? What is happening? Wait. So, are they talking about the duration of off balance? Because if you're fighting multiple people, can't you just off balance the first guy, focus him, and then when this time goes like ends, you could just target a different guy and then activate this shit again just on the other guy? Or is this just a straight 20-second activation cooldown? I'd be curious to see that. Because I think they're talking about off balance here, and it's like cooldown and shit on the person. That's pretty sick though. Costs half as much, just 33% more damage, and in a 5 meter radius. That is cool, man. That's sooner. Will also make the window of interaction with off balance less restrictive. Guaranteed window of after hitting the off balance target rather than being forced to drop everything you're doing while off balance is active. These abilities no longer set immobilized or stunned enemies off balance. Okay. Interesting. We've sourced off balance on a new pass. Oh, okay. I was gonna say, well, how the fuck is that gonna work then? Have to set him off balance with something else? Okay. Flame Lash more for now. Heals you anytime the ability does damage, rather than only when the Power Lash version is active. Really? So the same change to activating Power Lash in the base ability as the base ability does. Damn, bro. Flame Lash coming back, dude? We'll have to see if it does the same amount of damage and then just heals you as well, or what's going on with that. But that's pretty nice, bro. Dude, old Flame Lash was sick as fuck. I miss that ability, bro. Nobody really uses it anymore. It's got its issues, obviously, but I remember when Off Balance had no cooldown, and you could just put like a lightning blockade down, and you just infinitely fucking Flame Lash people because you could just proc it over and over and over and over again. It was a really nice ability, but then they obviously put a cooldown and shit. Yeah, that happened. Good times, bro. Wait, this morph continues to rework the ability into a more self-contained building effect, focused on high single target burst damage. It now builds when activating any Dragon Knight ability aside from itself, rather than only Ardent Flame ability. Dude, that's nice. That's really nice too. To make the build-up more organic and rhythmic to use, adjust the stack bonus to 33% per stack, up from 20%, but reduce the duration to 10 seconds down from 15 to account for new ability timers within the kit. Added ability timer support for weapon and spell damage portion of Seething Fury. Damn, bro. And you can do this on like any bar, right? I believe. So you can cast Dragon Knight abilities on your back bar, even though this will be on your front bar. I think they made that change a while back, right? I can't remember, but that's really nice. It's a good little change. Dude, DK is getting some changes, bro. Damn. The standard, the whip, it's looking nice, man. Searing Strike. This ability in morphs now lasts 10 seconds, down from 20, but deal 50% more damage per second to make up for the shorter duration. Damn. 50% more? Holy moly. The decrease in duration but increase in damage should help make Dragon Knight damage over time effects stand out as more potent, but also more demanding to maintain. Demanding? 10 seconds, bro? 10 seconds isn't demanding, bro. What? Who was having issues keeping up a 20-second dot, dog? Oh my god. Helping reduce more rhythmic cadence in their damage rotations. Oh, they're thinking of PvE. He's still PvE. Alright, dude. Anyway. Venomous Claw. This morph has been reworked to Searing Claw, which deals flame damage instead of poison. Really? Okay. It remains a stamina morph that increases damage per tick, which has been increased to match the same power increase with the shorter duration. Dude, that is gonna be a fat dot, bro. What the fuck? Bringing that down to 10 seconds and also increasing the damage. That's gonna be a good dot. Holy fuck. Burning Embers, the healer in this morph, now scales off of max health rather than damage done. Wait a minute. What? So a more helpful tool for tanks to gain some staying power in combat. The initial remains stronger than the overtime portion. Can now critically strike but no longer bypasses Battle Spirit. Wait, it bypassed Battle Spirit? That's nuts. Interesting. DK Sport's gonna be meta as well. They added 30v30 Guild Wars to... Oh, did they? Oh, nice. I need to look at that. Also, Glock, I don't know if you're still here, but can you message me that video on Discord? Like, DM it? Kind of curious what that was all about. Core of Flame, originally Inhale. Okay, so Fiery Breath's getting a name change. This ability is morph no longer deal damage instantly, or heal for the damage caused. Uh, Interesting, okay. These abilities now restore 15% of your missing magicka and stamina 3 times over. What the fuck? Now restore 15% of your missing magicka and stamina 3 times over 4 seconds. They continue to deal their original damage around you and after the duration. Dude, that is going to be an insane sustainability. Okay. Soul of Flame, originally Deep Breath. This morph continues to add an interrupt on the initial activation, but it now interrupts after a 350 millisecond delay instead of instantly. Okay. For better visual syncing and counterplay. This continues to increase the damage of delayed explosion, which has increased to a 33% bonus. Yo, the sustain from that? Huh. That is definitely something to look at right there. 30 active players in the guild will be able to do 30. Yeah, seriously. That's gonna be hard to do, especially since I kind of like stopped playing for a while there. I feel like a lot of people kind of stopped too. Glad to hear that you're still playing though. That's pretty sick, dude. Have you gotten much into PvP as well? Kind of a little off track there. Have you gotten better? Over there clapping cheeks. Alright, what's this last one here though? Heart of Flame, originally draw essence. This morph now heals you for 15% of your missing health each tick. No longer adds magicka when damaging enemies. As that function of resource recovery is now part of the base ability. Oh, so it's just everything for 15% of your... Dude, what? That is nuts. I wonder if that 15% gets increased with like healing done and healing taken and shit, bro. Because there are other abilities that do that. Like I know the vampire or vampiric drain used to. I don't know if it's still. I haven't used that ability in years, but I know that used to. That's nuts. Okay, that is an insane ability for sustain and healing. And then this is also off of max health, only to you, but still off of max HP. Curious of how much that's gonna heal for him. Okay, so we've got some shit here. Not only for like damage, but for like healing and sustain, sharing. Like, bro, damn. Okay. Fiery Grape, Hearthfire, originally Ash Cloud. Okay, they changed their Ash Cloud too. Ability in its original Cinderstorm morph now grant minor fortitude and heroism to allies inside the area. Holy shit! Rather than slowing enemies' movement speed by 70%, to be honest, that it was nice, but everyone has a fucking snare removal, so it doesn't. Increase the radius to 8 meters up from 5. That's huge. That was the one downside of Ash Cloud is it's fucking tiny. That's really nice. Okay. Also grants minor fortitude and heroism. It's like the one buff you can't really give to people too. You can give all like the minor recoveries, but never like minor fortitude. Not that it helps a lot, because a lot of people are still vampire, but and health recovery is kind of trash, but that's nice. Still helps in a little bit. I'm just getting back in. I was not playing for like 2 weeks or more. But in that time, they completely rebalanced the PvP, so I got shit on last night. I need to upgrade so much. That's good. At least they're updating the game. And balancing it from what it sounds like. Because I remember you were talking about that, how there's a lot of imbalance in PvP. So that's good. Let's see. Firekeeper, originally Cinderstorm. This morph continues to increase healing effectiveness by 50%. Damn. I didn't even know it did that. That's crazy. But now only does so if the caster is inside the area of effect. To make up for this, however, it also causes the minor fortitude and heroism to stick to allies for 15 seconds after being healed. Okay. Well, that means you don't have to put minor heroism on your pots anymore. Or on your scribed abilities. It's nice. Hearth and Home, originally Eruption. So this was the damage morph. This morph no longer reworks the ability into a damaging effect. It remains a healing effect, but now scales off of max health. Bro, what are they doing? This morph continues to reduce enemy movement inside the area by 70%. This morph also grants caster major protection while inside the area to help the ability to be more valuable to tanks. Bro, what? What are you doing, bro? Max health. Max health. Oh no. DK is gonna be crazy, bro. Oh, I'm curious to see what that's gonna be, man. Yeah, it could be like 1% of your max health or something stupid like that, but God. Uh, now, it scales off of your max health, and then whoever stands in it is based off of mine or theirs. I'm curious of what the healing difference is going to be for that. It only grants me major protection, but still. That is a nice hot that just scales off of HP. Hmm. Goddamn. And a freaking range increase, too. Okay. Yeah, I can kind of see where you're getting at though, Tiff. The DK changes, holy fuck, these are gonna be insane. All right, Inferno. This ability in its original Flames of Oblivion morph now fire a massive wave of flame in an 8-meter radius. Okay, so it's no longer little orbs. Rather than firing a limited number of fireballs to enemies in a 15-meter radius, right? So his original target cap of the ability increased the cost to 4050 per activation, up from 2160 to account for the new area melting potential. Reduce the chance of applying the burning status effect to 5%, down from 10% to account for these changes. Okay. Incinerate, originally Flames of Oblivion. This morph now deals 10% more damage and has a 15% base chance of applying burning, now that the morph can no longer increase the target count. Okay. Interesting. I think it's a good game, but I can't play it as my only game either. I need more character slots, and I need that content they have out in China. Yeah, the slow rollout of the content, I feel like, is really killing a lot of people, for sure. It's kind of a weird thing to do, in my opinion. It really is. I mean, I get it, you don't want people getting too high, but it kills the momentum of people wanting to play the game, you know what I mean? I can see that. I wonder how their player base is doing now, actually. Like on Steam. Like what are the what do you call it? Uh, just the player base numbers. Steam charts. That's what I was thinking of. Okay, so that's Incinerate. Did they change the other morph too, or is it still the same? Still the same, I think. Okay, so it's still a little heal that goes out every once in a while. I get rid of this all at once, but bro, it's still 5 days till the final breakthrough for this season. Yeah, for sure. Combustion. This passive now grants you 225 magic and stamina when applying burning with an ardent flame ability slotted. A 1 second cooldown with a 1 second rather than a 420 magic and stamina when applying burning or poisoned with 1 second cooldown. Passive no longer increases the damage done of burning or poisoned. The burning portion has been moved to a different passive. Okay. That's a lot of sustain, bro. Every second? I mean, you gotta be applying burning like crazy, which I imagine will be a lot easier to do, but that's pretty good. That's a lot of sustain, dude. Traumatic burns, originally warmth. This passive now now causes enemies to damage with a direct ardent flame ability to take 5% increased flame damage while reducing their movement speed by 5 seconds. Rather than increasing your damage over time against them by 6%, reduce their movement speed for a few seconds. Like 5% increased damage. That's pretty nice, dude. Anything that makes people take increased damage is really good because that gets multiplied on. That's a different bucket. It doesn't look like it'd be like a lot of damage, but 5% increased damage taken, that's pretty good. You pair that with minor vuln, yeah, that's a lot of damage. A lot better than just the dots, for sure. Also, I'm running into the issue I have no gold. I can't upgrade anything. It's a me issue, but man, yeah, yeah, I feel that. Still no pay to win in the game though. I haven't heard much about that either. Like the microtransaction shop and shit. There's nothing too crazy. Or has that changed farther into the release? I'm curious about that. Alright, next passive. Fan the Flames, originally searing heat. This passive now increases the chance of applying burning by 25-50%. Okay. The damage it does by 25%. These values increase by 10% chance and 5% damage per Dragonite ability slotted. Passive no longer extends the duration or damage of some of your. Okay. God damn. Per ability slotted. That could be pretty damn good. Okay. World and Ruin. It was Soul Ablaze. Originally Burning Heat, Burning Heart. This passive now increases healing taken at all times by 8%, rather than 9% when meeting certain conditions. Okay, pretty good. And this is all for Ardent Flame, bro? Right, yeah, Ardent. Bro. Okay, so now we got Draconic Power. Dragon Leap rebuilt. How this ability handles the movement aspect under the hood to be more modern, fixing numerous inconsistencies compared to other movement abilities and unique bug cases. Fix numerous issues with the non-pack being desynced from the actual damage impact. Talking about Dragon Leap, imagine. Which also makes it easier to counteract the CC effects as an opponent. The ability and the Take Flight morph now deal flame damage rather than physical damage. Okay, that's nice. Reduce the damage of the ability by approximately 16% to account the damage change. There's ways to amplify this effect back to similar or higher values. Well, with everything, with you doing more flame damage, people taking more flame damage, that could be, yeah, that's pretty good. Yeah, I can see what they mean. Take Flight, this morph now fills you with Draconic Fury for 15 seconds after activation. Decreases your damage done by 10% and doubles against monsters. Oh shit. This morph no longer extends the range or reduces the cost. Decrease the base damage by 19% to account for the other potential damage increases. So, do you not leap at the person now? I think you still do. Okay. Interesting. First sleep, this morph now instantly applies the damage shield for 10 seconds instead of applying it after a delay for 6 seconds. Increase the potency by approximately 14% or 4%. So now knocks enemies up rather than away to make make it more tank friendly, so they control the fight rather than disrupt it. Okay, nice. Yeah, that's a good little change actually. Knocking them up. Kind of curious of how much too. It's like that little fabricant, little clan fear shit that rolls at people. If it's going that high, holy shit, that could be interesting. Danny. Stop playing until they get the rest out. I'm over grinding out the same gear for it to be obsolete 7 days later. I'll wait. Yeah, I completely get that too. Yep. Still free to play, even in China. Okay. Gear last 2 breakthroughs. It feels better to grind gear. Just playing super slow right now because of quests here. They're having fun. Saw dudes, what's going on, D? Alright, what else we got here? So that was Leap. That's cool. Spiked armor, Dragonfire Breath. Originally Fiery Breath. Okay. Interesting. So they haven't moved. Increase the duration to 10 seconds down from 20. Increase the damage per second by 50%. Okay, so kind of like the searing, or whatever the hell it's called. Can't think of the name now. Single target one. This has enough stamina ability on its base. Okay, interesting too. Disintegrating Dragonfire, originally Noxious Breath. This morph now deals flame damage rather than poison. So they're getting rid of a lot of the poison damage on DK. and just going straight into the fire. Okay. It remains a stamina ability. Please add Major Breach when applying the respective status effect. Burning to all enemies affected. Engulfing Dragonfire, originally Engulfing Flames. This morph is now the rework morph, which costs Magicka instead of stamina. Okay, so it still has Magicka, it's just stamina habits now. Okay. Now channels the flame attack at channel? God. 4.8 seconds deals 20% increased damage when it hits up to once every second, up to a maximum of 80%. Take flight as active. This deals maximum damage. Damage is considered direct damage, but it's a channel. Ooh. Ooh. Good lord. Level 11 breakthrough and level 80 comes out in 5 days, so that's far as we know for now. We have China. We know China is level 100, though. I don't know when that's coming out. Yeah. Not much, man. About to get on Werewolf's Meat for a few hours to burn energy and do some guild raids real quick before reset. Okay. Back on Torchlight. I thought that said Throne of Liberty for a second, bro. I was gonna say, huh? But yeah, Torchlight. Yeah, I asked you earlier. I don't know if you saw the message or if I haven't seen your response, but I saw you've been playing that a lot recently. I was gonna ask you how that was. To count Werewolf's Meat player, are you still playing a lot? Yep, that's the man, dude. That's him. I don't really like this being a channel, to be honest, but we'll see how much damage it's doing. Could be good for PvE though, for the people that are liking Beam from Arcanist. I think that's kind of what they're trying to replicate a bit. We'll see. I did a guild raid last night, being the only person in the guild. Did it with bots. Oh. Shit. Staggered all my legendary gear as that's to your base affix. Selection shells. I'm not wasting my fucking time with resource bricking my shit. Yeah. Okay. Got Dark Talons. Fixed issue with this ability on its Morse claws. Failed to appear if you are immune. Okay. Choking Talons increase the duration of minor maim on the target or on this morph to 17 to 20 seconds, up from 10. Oh shit. Okay. Damn. Dragon Blood, this ability, and the Green Dragon Blood morph now heal based on your max health and increase based on your missing health. Oh Jesus. Rather than scaling exclusively off your missing health, should make them more reliable when compared to other self heals, but with the nuance that they're weaker at high health, but stronger at lower health. Okay. Blood of the Green Dragon, originally Green Dragon Blood, just a slight name change. Okay, so it's still the same shit. Blood of the Elder Dragon, originally Coag. This morph continues to change the healing scaling to offensive stats. It now heals allies within 10 meters of you for 2/3 the original scaling. It also grants minor courage, major fortitude to any healed target instead of major fortitude to you. Support builds may like this one. Dude, what the fuck? That's huge. For my damage sharing build, I don't have to put minor courage on a scribing ability anymore, and then I can make this my burst heal. Dude, it's basically polar. Yeah, dude. The Green Dragon Blood's polar, but this one heals allies. Yo, that's huge. And then you're also going to be able to give minor fortitude with the Ash Cloud, and then major fortitude with this. Also heals all allies within 10 meters, so it's not even just one person, it's everybody. Dude, that's huge. That's massive, dude. Season 1 legendary gear if not rolled right. Or if it's rolled right. Do whatever I get, don't care if it's min-maxed. Also, what's good, Blat? How you doing, man? You're probably having a goddamn blast with these patch notes, huh, dude? Mr. Dragonite Man himself. Dude's over here creaming at these patch notes. Some good-ass changes so far, man, that I've read. Figure is not well enough. It's OP, yeah. Everything I've read so far, even for like healing, bro, it's pretty good. I'm liking it, dude. Very, very interesting. Alright, let's go ahead and continue here, though. Wing Buffet? What? Originally protective scale? Is that Buffet or Buffett? I don't know. Wing Buffet, dude. Got some fucking Buffalo Wild Wings over here, dude. Some dragon wings. Get me a fucking 10-piece, dude. Anyway. This ability in its original protective plate morph now knock enemies within 6 meters of you back 4 meters with a slight delay. Oh shit! That's interesting. These abilities continue to reduce your damage taken from ranged and projectile attacks by 50% for 6 seconds after activating. These abilities now grant... Oh! They grants major expedition now! Holy shit! Bro, wings are back, dude! Yo! No fucking shot! Please... Okay, wait. Hold on. There's one more thing, though. Does it get rid of snare immunity? Or does it give you snare immunity and, like, other shit? I'm curious. Okay, it's back, but it's not. Hold on, dude. Wait a minute. Original Protect Blade, just a name change, okay. Protect the Brood, originally Dragonfire skills. This must have been reworked to be a support morph. It no longer deals flame damage back to the attacker while active and sacrifices the new area knockback on activation. This morph now grants group members on 12 meters 25% reduced damage taken for projectiles for 6 seconds. Adds minor protection for 20 seconds to you and group members affected. It continues to grant minor or major expedition as well. Note that this effect cannot stack with other with itself or any versions of the range damage reduction. Okay. Alright. Hold on. It doesn't remove snares or immobilizes though. It getting major expedition is nice. But very interesting, bro. Getting that 50% projectile though, defense. So you can't get rid of snares or mobilizes, but you are a lot tankier to range. And let's be honest, how many fucking people out there are just ranging you, you know? That could be good. I might actually end up trying this just to try it. We'll see. I feel like we can get rid of the debuff of getting snared so hard. We'll see. Alright. Chains of Flame, originally Fiery Grip. So, this ability and morphs damage. Not always apply burning. Far more interaction with other parts of the Dragonite kit. Okay. Add a new special sound effect to the act of successfully pulling enemies, helping dial up the satisfaction of controlling your foes. This ability in the original Unrelenting Grip morph now apply Major Cowardice for 10 seconds. Okay, damn. To the enemy rather than granting you Major Expedition for 4 seconds. Dude, what the fuck is going on? Script just goaded so nice. Thanks for the info. Where one's meet. Alright, so what we got here? Chains of Domination, originally Unrelenting Grip. Increase the duration of Major Cowardice to 15 seconds to match taunt timers. Continuing to refund the ability if the target is not pulled. Bro, the amount of people that are going to be chaining you and applying Major Cowardice is going to be disgusting in PvP, bro. God dang. Ooh, I don't like that, but hey, it's alright. Those chainers are gonna have a damn cream fest. Alright, Chains of Devastation. This one now grants major evasion for 10 seconds after activating to help you shrug off some of the damage you may receive diving headfirst into combat. Increase the duration of the Major Berserk to 6 seconds, up from 4 to help it ever so slightly be worthwhile to use in rotation. Note that with this, with the burning application helps it notably do notably more damage, so beware the Dragonite who pulls themselves to. Interesting. Major evasion on chains and still having Major Berserk? Dude, that's loaded. Where's my Scorpion soundbite? Get over here! Yeah, literally, bro. Dude, that's nice. Major evasion and major berserk on chains while they're actually doing a little bit more damage. Fuck, dude. And cowardice? Yeah, bro. Oh yeah, and cowardice too. Yep. Because it'll still apply it onto the person. That's on the base fucking the morph too. Dude, what the fuck is going on with DK, dude? Jesus. Okay, alright. Good lord. Okay, those were chains. So chains are good now. Burgess Scales, originally Iron Skin. This one's just like block chance? Or not block chance, but I'm thinking of fucking another game. Block mitigation, not block chance, bro. Fucking PoEs in my head. Block damage mitigation. Alright. Just name changes to be something more draconic. Okay. Burning Heart, World, and Ruin. The special now increases your damage done with with area of effect over time attacks by 7% rather than increasing your flame and poison damage by 5%. Area and with area and overtime attacks. Okay. Damn. Okay. Elder Dragon. This passive now increases your health recovery by 700 rather than 323 per draconic power ability per slotted. 700. And now you have access to major and minor fortitude? Yo, health recovery might be coming back a bit for fucking DK? 700's a lot per ability? This passive now also grants you and your members minor brutality for 20 seconds when you activate a draconic power ability. Moved from what was originally Mountain's Blessing. Damn. Doesn't mean that you can't be anything wrong with it. Yeah, exactly. White Knighting is far more harmful to a game than speaking to shit that needs to be changed. Yeah, that goes for any game for sure. I feel that. Alright, Scaled Armor, the Storm Voice, originally Battle Roar. Okay, did they nerf Battle Roar again, dude? What's this now? Passive now grants 16 health, magic, and stamina per ultimate spent, plus 6 to these values per Dragonite, rather than 37 health, magic, and stamina per ultimate spent. Do they mean per Dragonite ability slotted? We go all into the Dragonite experience. So that's a buff. If you got like all Dragonite skills, a huge buff. So it's busted. Yeah, it's fucking busted, bro. Wait a minute. Now, are they talking about like every fucking Dragonite ability slotted on your front and back bar, or are they only counting the bar you're on? It's always worked like that before, but you know, with them making like things equal on both bars, that scares me. On PTS, both bars. Oh my god, bro. DK is back, boys. Holy shiitake mushrooms. Wowza. Okay. That's disgusting. So, it's kind of interesting too because they've made it to where, at least with the DK, right? They've made it to where it's not only just like damage skills for Ardent Flame, and then tank skills for Earthen Heart and all that shit. I haven't seen Earthen Heart yet, but it's like there's a little bit of everything in every little skill line, which makes me kind of excited for the other reworks because that is insane. That's really good. You know what I mean? Like there's a lot of good shit in here for tanks, healers, everything in one little skill line. Hmm. All right. I like that. Let me get back to where the fuck we were. Hold on. Skilled armor. Yeah, so where we go? Earthen Heart. Here we go. No, sorry. It's on the bar you spend it. Okay, that makes more sense. I was gonna say if it counts both bars when you ult, that would be literally disgusting. That would be like a double, if not triple, value buff on that passive. Not abused with subclass. Yeah, exactly. Yep. You're saying they only listen to the casuals were the large majority who truly didn't understand what they needed for the game to actually be good. Literally, yep. As long as every class is an Arcanist where they need to play into their own minigame, I like it. Yeah, seriously, bro. This really, in my opinion, looks like it's bringing back the identity of DK. You know what I mean? With having off balance, smashing your fucking your whips, the overhand whips with the off balance. Tons of recovery back into the kit where they nerfed it so much more over the years. Like you can still do a lot with DK as far as like running really low recovery and using your pots and your ultimate to really have your sustain. But dude, um so hold on, I'm confused, Dave. They made Vengeance to limit the amount of calculations and shit with the amount of skills that are being used set procs. If they do all this to DK, don't understand these, Desmond. So, I mean, yes, but you gotta also think this is for PvE too. For the people that want to be, the Dragon Knight, there's a lot of changes here good for PvE. But yeah, I get that. I get that too. I'm curious what they're gonna do with the vengeance with these abilities though too. That's kind of another thing I'm kind of curious about, and what they're gonna do with vengeance. Very curious about that because with the new management, right? I'm curious if he's gonna like throw that shit to the side or make it just kind of like an off campaign, you know? Because that all started with Friar Fear or whatever his name was. Curious if he's even going to continue the vengeance thing. Kind of productive to me. Apparently, the new ability animations use a different code that puts less stress on the server. Well, there you go. Yep. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. I mean, to be honest, look at a lot of those old animations, a lot of old abilities. They probably haven't been. I mean, they haven't been touched really in how many years? So it would make sense that they're better optimized. As the skills. Oh wait. Skills will not change and the grace will stay and not be fixed. If it's laggy, then it's laggy. At least the team said that. Yeah. Is it just be meatballs to the spaghetti? I mean, I don't know, dude. Could be. Could be. Alright, let's get into the Earthen Heart, though. I'm curious. This is where Poop Rock lies, dude. What did they change to Poop Rock? Although, we do have Coag being an AoE heal now, so I'm kind of curious what they've done to Poop Rock. Because nobody likes Poop Rock, bro. Nobody. I don't know a single person that loves Poop Rock. Anyway, alright. Magma Armor. Increase the base duration to 15 seconds of this ultimate. And the Magma Shell Morph up from 7 to 10 seconds. Okay, so an extra 15 seconds, or extra 5 seconds. Remove the flame damage on both of these versions. Okay, interesting. This means these effects will no longer scale with Elfbane. Okay, so if you were to use Elfbane, okay, I see what they did. Because basically anyone that runs Magma runs Elfbane, I guess. Or would run it. Magma Shell, increase the radius of the shield granted to 28 meters, up from 8, bro! That's like the one downside of this fucking ability, is the range. It's so bad. Some more eyes actually get the shield. Increase the shield size to 133% of the target's max health, up from 100? Yo, what? Goodbye barrier, hello magma shield? Is that what I'm gathering here? Damn. Holy shit. Alright, corrosive armor. What did they do to this? Morph now deals flame damage instead of poison damage. Means this affects not scale with Elfbane. Base duration remains 10 seconds. Increase the duration or the damage per tick by 300%. Damn. I mean, corrosive was doing what? Like maybe 2-3k damage per tick? Like on the tooltip? Right? Something like that? Like on a full damage build? That's a lot of damage. Continues to cause you to ignore enemy armor while active, but now affects all damaging attacks. All damaging attacks instead of just direct damage. Holy fuck. What? So this counts towards dots and everything. The max power bonus, the damage limit has been adjusted to 8% of your max health rather than 3, causing you to take significantly more damage while the ultimate is active. Bro, this doesn't really matter, especially if you've got a fucking healer with you. And then also all the extra healing incoming from like your attacks, like if, especially if you're using the new lava whip. Dude, corrosive is insane now. That appeases the majority of them. They are doing the right things, in my opinion. Yeah, I mean them being constrained to their engine, that does suck. But yeah, as long as they're doing the right things and trying, which before they weren't. Let's be honest. That's all. That's all we can ask for, right? You know what I mean? So, which sets are you okay with zero that lags, which just seems kind of weird. Yeah. Yeah, at least they're given. You know, it does suck, to be honest. But here we go with the next thing, though. They are bringing the mini Cyrodiil, which, to be honest, could just be better, if we're going to be honest, you know? What do we do in Cyrodiil? We look for fights. Where are they around? Keeps. It's just what we're looking for in a smaller space, instead of having to run between, you know, one side of the map to the other to get exactly what we're going to be looking for. You know what I mean? So it could be better, could be worse. We'll see how that game mode plays out too. Really, really curious about that. As it gets, and that's far more than I've ever done since what? Orsinium? Yeah, basically Orsinium, maybe even Imperial City. But that, I think that's about where it stopped, bro. To be honest. You know, one thing I'd really like to is if they would actually join the game. You remember how there used to be actual like game masters in the game, and they'd get surrounded, people be talking, blah 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 blah. At least on console, it happened a good bit. I don't know if it's happened in years, bro. Do you ever see a game master in the game ever? Like actually interacting with the community? I think that'd be sick too. But we'll see. Maybe they will. Maybe they'll have some people jump into the game and they stopped around IC. Yep, exactly. Around IC. Yep. I think that would be also a wonderful thing, bro. And it could. There's so many things you could do with a GM in the game. You know, like you being around the person. You know, gives you a buff to XP or some shit. You know, just something to give to the community while you're around or while the GM's around. You can do a lot of things with that. Giving to the community. That's more money. Yeah. This is true. This is true. Alright, so that's corrosive and the magma shell. Magma shell is gonna be nice, dude. They took away ESO Plus and then asking for Battle Pass Premium. They took away from ESO Plus? I didn't say they took away. They added stuff to it, so. Get banned for someone saying that you don't know. You didn't say anything bad. You did a typo and it was bad. Yeah, the chat being monitored by AI and shit and getting banned and that stuff is kind of crazy. May have misunderstood pain, but that's what it seemed like anyways. So, I don't think they're taking away from it. They're adding other stuff to ESO Plus. And from what I understand, the only thing that's on the Battle Pass that you pay for is like cosmetic shit. You know what I mean? And then also, instead of asking for more with the Battle Pass, I think it's if you have ESO Plus, you get the premium, right? We'd have to look at it, but yeah, it's a little confusing. Yeah, old ESO from ESO Plus and added to the base game. Yeah, so it's gonna be better for everyone. Unless you're an ESO Plus member, but I mean, that's just better for everyone. Replacing the daily login, yeah. Yeah, we'd have to look at all the systems and shit. I'll probably end up doing that tomorrow, maybe. Doing the PTS, because right now I just want to get through the notes. Because I actually do have to get some shit done today. Um, Actually, what time is it? 9? Yeah, I've got about like 40 minutes. That should be good. Yeah, let's try and get through this here real quick. Do 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 do. We'll check out the PTS, look at all the systems, and really take a deeper look at into things. I don't know if the battle pass and shit's on there, but we'll see. All right, so we got Superheated Ward, originally Poop Rock. All right, boys, here we go. Superheated Ward. That sounds cool. Let's see what we got. This is now a magical ability that grants you or an ally a sizable damage shield, scaling off your max magicka or stamina. Increase cost to 4590, so that's about the same as the scribe skill, I think. It's like kind of the same ability, I would say. Excuse me. Think of this as superheating the air around the target so intensely that it prevents harm from coming through. This should help support-oriented Dragonites have more direct option to protect their allies while offering something completely different from the standard burst healing effect. I'll just see how big that damage shield is, especially since it scales off of max mag and stam. Not really, people don't really stack a whole lot of max mag and stam anymore. I'm not saying that they should have it scale off of health as well, but we'll have to see how sizable that really is. Volcanic Ward, originally Obsidian Shard. So that was the Poop Rock Healomorph. This morph adds a healing effect when the shield ends to offer some supplementary healing to those you protect. Also reduces the next instance of damage taken by 10% from any attack. Note that the end means the following: the shield is replaced, the shield duration runs out, or the shield breaks. Okay. So you could potentially use it as a spammable that also covers their health, since you can just replace the shield. Okay, that's an interesting. I don't think we really have a burst heal that does that. So that's definitely different. It's a heal, but it also shields them and reduces the damage they take. That could be really good. Okay. I suppose, I don't know. As long as the money goes back into the game, guess it doesn't matter in the end. This is true. He posts on YouTube or stream? I don't think D does. I think he posts on YouTube every once in a while, but I'll let him answer. Isn't that often lately? Yeah. D the homie, though. He posts every once in a while. Alright, then we got Magma Fist, originally Stone Giant. This morph continues to be focused on a stamina morph for damage dealers at range, while some support functions behind it is significantly simpler to use. This morph now deals flame damage instead of physical damage. Okay, nice. This morph no longer splits between two distinct versions or has a cast time. Thank God, bro. The morph's debuff has been renamed to Heat Shock, originally Stagger. Lasts for 10 seconds, up from 5. That's going to be a lot easier to upkeep, too. It now causes enemies to take 33 more damage from all sources per stack, down from 65. How many stacks can you get? Did they change that? This morph no longer stuns enemies on the third cast. Okay, yeah, that didn't need to be there. I don't think they say the amount of stacks, so it's probably the same amount, I take it. Okay. That's pretty nice. That makes that ability a lot more nice to use. A lot easier to use. Alright, cool. Molten Weapons. So this is the weapon and spell damage buff. This ability against morphs now causes the caster's light and heavy attacks to deal an additional hit of flame. What? Cause a light and heavy attacks deal an additional hit of flame damage up to once every 2 seconds. The damage is akin to a sticky dot. In terms of number scaling, it should add some more value to the skill line for damage dealers. Bro, what? Dude, that's nuts. We'll have to see how much damage that is, but that's just extra. That's like a what's the frickin' set I'm thinking of? A Poisonous Serpent, the one that just added extra damage to your light and heavies, like every second or 2 seconds. It's just a free proc on your molten weapons. That's insane. Okay. Obsidian Shield. This ability in its morphs now lasts 6 seconds rather than 6.67. Increase the duration of the major mending grant by the skill in Igneous Shield morph to 4 seconds, up from 2.5. That's pretty nice. Igneous Shield increases self-shield size of this morph by 12%. This morph no longer ranks up in power for the ally's shield strength. Okay. That's pretty nice. That's a good change. Bring that up. Alright, Fragmented Shield. So this is the one that just increased the duration of the major mending. So this morph's damage shield now scales with the higher of your magicka or stamina rather than max health. The shield is capped at 31% of the recipient's max HP. Reduce the duration of major mending for this morph to 6 seconds, down from 6.67. Okay. Interesting. So a little bit longer, 2 seconds. I have to see. I don't know. Like, the extra 2 seconds is nice. I guess if you have more mag or stam, you could use that, but I feel like a lot of people are going to go with this one instead, if they even use it at all. This one's alright. Not much of a big change here, I don't think. It's okay. Petrify, this ability in its morphs has seen some adjustments to enable more counterplay in PvP. Also gaining some additional effects for PvE. These abilities no longer instantly stun the target or ignore ignore block and dodge. Okay. Instead, these abilities now begin to encase the target in molten rock for 1 second while snaring them by 50% and immediately applying a minor breach to them for 10 seconds. Okay, so this applies minor breach now. After this 1 second window, the target will be stunned for 4 seconds or 8 seconds if they are a monster. Reduce the cost to 3780 at base, which ranks down to 3510 at rank 4, to account for the melee stipulation of this ability. The stun from this ability is still ignore block, but can now be dodged. This ability in Fossilized Morph no longer deal damage when the stun ends. Okay. Should be there now. I don't know why I didn't have that one. Yeah, it's all good, bro. Okay. Interesting. So this is more like a melee version of the Sork rune. Sounds like. But it still has the downside of having to be in melee range for it. And it still can be can't be it can ignore block, but no longer dodge. So if you see the molten rock encasing you, you can roll dodge the entire stun. That's you know what? That's not bad. I don't think that's terrible. It does make it a little bit more have more counter to it, but we'll see how that plays out. If you're a bad player, you're still gonna get. Yeah, as I say, it's more aids to be honest now. Yeah, you know, more than anything, you're forcing stamina off the player, right? If you try and block it, you're gonna get stunned, and then you have to break free. If you roll dodge it, you're still gonna have to use stam. I mean, it's not bad. It's still doing its job of running people out of resources. You know what I mean? Whether or not they block it. And then, on top of that, if they do dodge it, you can just recast it on them. Which means they'll have to dodge it again if they don't want to get stunned. Bro, actually, that is AIDS. It's like, bitch, you're either gonna get stunned or I'm gonna run you out of stamina. You choose, buddy. Oh, man, okay, that is kind of bad. Hold on. Interesting. That, honestly, that brings back what old DK kind of used to do. It was the... You really ran people out of stamina. And people had to determine whether or not they could stay in your CC or break free. You know what I mean? Like, if they could live your burst. Huh. Interesting. That is... And it applies Minor Breach now, too. And it doesn't even have to hit them. And apply immediately applying Minor Breach. So now DK is going to have Major and Minor Breach again. Or not again, but now they'll have it. Just in their kit. Another CC break and block. Well, that too, yeah. But, like, on top of that, too, of Um, running people out of stamina too. You know, you hit them with it, they'll roll dodge the stun. You just hit them with it again, they'll have to roll dodge it, which will cost even more because they already roll dodged. Or they take the CC and then do exactly what you just said. You burst off your global cooldown. That's that's a really good stun. To be honest, that is a really good CC. Now, getting everything to line up with it obviously can be a bit of an issue because if you CC them and then CC them again or try to, you know, won't line everything up. But either way, that's a good ability. So let's see. Fossilizes morph now adds minor revolt. Increase the duration of the minor debuff effects to 17 seconds, breaking up to 20 at rank 4. This morph also continues to immobilize after the stun ends for 4 seconds, up from 3. Damn. And minor revolt. Bro, you guys, the DKs are gonna have like every buff in the game, damn near, dude. That's disgusting. Alright, Shattering Rocks. This morph keeps the damage and healing on stun end. Increase the amount of damage and healing done by 15% to account for the new delay. I mean 15%? I don't think this really did too much damage to begin with. Will that be like DK's own version of like a sub, like a delayed burst, maybe? Whip is basically spec bow. Yeah, I imagine. Yeah. Huh. I don't think this does a whole lot of damage, but that could be. I mean, account for everything else you're doing. If you're using inhale, all the other delayed shit you have on DK, all your dots doing a ton of damage now. You just be added burst on your global cooldown, like you're saying. Interesting. Something to try. Ash Cloud Earthspike Mantle, originally spiked armor. Okay. So this is on Earthen Heart now. This ability is morphed now. Increase your damage done by 100 on all hits while active, rather than causing you to deal damage back to melee attack. What the fuck? Interesting. So if you're using this, and then or not poop rock, but whatever they call it now, magma. What do they call it? Magma fist. That's a lot of base damage. Hold on, what the fuck is it? There you go. Thank God, I thought you were dead. What's going on, Molly? You can burst like 40k HP in a single global cooldown. Yeah, yeah, that's wild, man. So I know how the game works. Yeah, there you go. All right, let's see. So, oh, hold on. Wife's leaving here. I'm gonna say bye, and I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. Oh, let's see. There's a ton out there, to be honest. More accurate shit. No, basically, seeing that work. YouTube. Learning process. Okay. Is ESO back? What's going on, Herbert? It sounds like management's making some good changes, though. It really does, Herbert. We'll see, though, if they can actually pull everything off. Looks good, though. I'd look into learning Mandarin. Yeah, true. Alright, let's see. Where did we leave off here? Shatter Spike Mantle. Equals damage over time effect. Now scales with your offensive stats rather than your armor. Additionally, when dealing damage with the effect, you added additional stack of avalanche up to once every 10 seconds. What does avalanche do? Okay, interesting. Name update to match original change. Okay. So the dot on this might actually do a good amount of damage, and then avalanche is something new. That is, they don't say. Okay, interesting. Heart of Stone originally scaled armor. Just name change inspired to lovers of rock and stones. Oh, there it is, avalanche. Okay. So it's a new passive. This passive causes you to slowly build stacks of avalanche when dealing damage, up to once every 5 seconds. Magic grants you 1% damage done per stack and maxes out at 10 stacks. Failing to deal damage for 2 seconds causes you to lose a stack. Bro, what? Dude, DK is getting everything, bro. Holy shit. So, they're getting extra damage with AoE and dots, extra damage with flame, making enemies take more flame damage, major brutality, minor vuln if they use it, and now just another basically major berserk buff. Damn, bro. Holy moly. Alright. That's nuts. Winners, we don't have an NA, so I can translate them. There's some really good ones coming. Oh, for the inners? Yeah. For Erwin's meet. I sold the CCP. Shit. Dual Blades, Rope Dart. So, what else we got here? Blessing at the peak. Originally Mountain's Blessing, just a named update. The Minor Brutality effect was moved to Elder Dragon. Yeah, okay. Okay, so it's still the same. Mountain Giant, originally Helping Hands. Spells have been reworked to now cause your fully charged heavy attacks to apply off balance to the target. Rank 2 improves by restoring 1400 stamina when you complete a fully charged heavy. This no longer restores stamina when activating Earth and Heart ability. Increase the passive restore on both Combustion and the Storm Voice. So the Core Flame. So you just get a shitload of stamina when you fucking heavy attack, and then also apply off balance. So if you're using two hand, right? You're gonna be getting that crazy amount of extra damage on your next attack, right? Is that still a thing on 2H? I don't even know. I haven't used 2H in so long. And they just reworked 2H too, didn't they? Damn, bro. Look at Trick's stream title. Wait, is Trick on? Let me restart my stream or refresh it. It's bigger. Last day of ESO. Oh shit, bro. He's already leaving? No way, bro. Is it worth it? Will I come back? Bro, it could just be a, what do you call it? Clickbait. You never know, dude. This day in PvP wasn't good. I don't know. For all the DB, rope dart, you should look at the Wolfen dart. Interesting. Alright, let's see what else we got here. Mountain Giant Helping Hands. Okay, so yeah, we just read that. So yeah, that could be really good. Dude, there's a lot of good stuff with the DK, man. This is going to be a really fun class next patch. Holy fuck. Lots of good shit with this class. I can only imagine what they're going to be doing with the other classes. Warden is next. I am excited, but scared. They could completely make Warden God tier, or make it worse. We'll see. Very exciting stuff, man. Airlee's already on WoW. Damn. Feels bad. Hey, it is what it is, though, man. Blitzing at the peak. Originally, yeah, okay, so Nightblade. Assassination mark target. Facing an issue where the multiple users of this ability or remorse could not benefit from the on-death portion of the abilities that are used against the same target. Master Assassin. This passive no longer displays its effects on your character sheet. Fun fact: this passive was treating you as a valid target in the calculation for UI results. And since entering your character sheet visibly turns your character to face you, the camera on your client, if your actual character remains facing forward, it could count as a success of you flanking yourself. Interesting. Why was it working on yourself? That's it. That's one less calculation if they fix it. So there you go. You'd better get a screen cover and delay setup. Let's come to stream snipers. Tap out on a week. Yeah, I think Okui was kind of talking about that too. The stream sniping. Not like. I mean, yeah, kind of. It is kind of talking about stream sniping. How people target him and shit. But yeah, Sorcerer, Dark Magic Crystal Shard. Crystal Weapon fixation where the visual effects of this ability were ending earlier than intended on your client, while still rendering their shadows. Shadow and crystals should now persist on their intended duration. Okay. Great strikes fixation where the visual effect of this ability and its morphs could become stuck or play on the wrong target when activated repeatedly while it was being channeled. Alright, and we got a two-handed skill line. This got reworked a bit, didn't it? The ultimate, so Berserker Strike, this is the ultimate. Berserker Rage Morphs, duration now lasts 12 seconds, up from 8. Onslaught, this morph now grants penetration to all damaging attacks, and 100% critical strike chance for 5 seconds, rather than only granting penetration. Holy shit! What the fuck? What? The 2H ultimate is granting unlimited pen and crit chance for 5 seconds? Holy shit. I mean, depending on how much corrosive is like dot damage is dealing, I mean, it also lasts longer too. But if you're using two-hand, bro, holy moly. Yeah, I'm talking to chat too, Tiff. I'm convinced he doesn't love it. True. This can't clap anyone. Second thought. Free content. Yeah. That crosses over. GG's. Thanks for coming. Oh, yeah, dude. Holy moly. Armor is gonna be even less worth, dude. And this is why I always told people build into percent damage mitt, dude. For people who run corrosive, but people are going to be running this shit. For the amount of DKs you're going to be seeing next patch, you better start building some percent mitigation, dude. Holy fuck. People are going to get bopped. Alright, so we got that. Eagles Berserker's Rage. All the fake DKs, easy picks. Oh, man. Berserker's Rage, fixed issue where the crowd control, snare, and immobilization immunity granted this ability failed to activate if the ability was dodged. Okay. Uppercut. Reduce the cast time of this ability and its morphs to 500 milliseconds to match the new animations. Oh, shit. I mean, it's still got a cast time, but, I mean, D-Swing's always been good. Momentum increased the duration of the ability and rally to 30 seconds, up from 20. Rally the Morph now heals 50% more at base. Healing now increases by 20% every 2 seconds, up to a max of 200 rather than 15 every 1, up to a maximum of 300. In addition to the base increase, it results in a 12.5% max potency, which is reached at the 20-second mark. For momentum increase, the morph now lasts 1 second, or 1 minute, up from 40 seconds. Okay. Interesting. Elemental Explosion. We have updated the animation of Elemental Explosion, so you're not knocked out of the first-person perspective when casting. Bane now fits. Okay, so that 2H. That's good, man. Did they also get animation changes? What's going on, Nanny? We're cut off for exactly. I've seen some people on ESO with up to a couple minute delay on PvP. You're talking about for like stream delay? Shitty for chat interaction, but you gotta do what you gotta do. Yeah, exactly. Yep. I feel that. It's a little different with me too. Watch me eat my words here, but with stream snipers and shit like that, I'm obviously playing a really tanky fucking target, so I don't really get, stream sniped as much, other than like big old groups maybe. So it's not much of a deal for me because I'm not getting fucking ganked one shot all the time. So it's not as bad for me, but other people, yeah. It's in your exactly. It's in my favor. Yeah, exactly. Yep. Making a 100%, 100 glass cannon Gagers to kill team. I know. I just said that and made it a challenge, dude. Watch it happen though. Just to play it, to play a ganker. That's funny because that's what I used to do. I used to do that a long time ago on Xbox. I used to gank. A long time ago, but I used to do it. Make it happen, Zus. That's funny. Alright, so we're gonna skip that. Item and gameplay, itemization, item sets. Okay, cool. General face an issue where many item sets required you to enter combat to derive their effects would fail to reapply their effects if you died, or this was a bug with Death Dealer. I remember this. Such as Death Dealer, yep, and Battlegrounds, yep. Okay. I remember this fucking the bug happening a lot actually. Antiquity, new Antiquity, Shattered Paths Signet. One piece, increase damage done with status effects by 1% for every ultimate you have. Okay, I was about to say 500%, up to 170%. That's still a lot, though. Both the current and maximum damage is halved. Okay. While you have 100%, 170 or more ultimate. Your light and heavy attacks apply a random status effect up to once every 4 seconds, applies minor timidity to you, consuming one ultimate every 1.5 seconds. Okay. Wow. You should be against TOS be a piece of shit even that throws for doing that kind of shit, to be honest. I can't go to Seattle anymore. Vernon and Co. I have a 15-man Discord group that keep targeting me with 15 force pulse gankers. Jesus, what the fuck? Just scared to 1v1 historian on a regular build. Being that petty. I think I recognize the name. Yeah, that's crazy. What the fuck? Pissed off some people, that's for sure. Much Mass 1009. Crit chance, dealing direct damage. Direct critical damage. Applies shived to enemy, dealing 0.889 weapon and spell damage. Okay. Bleed damage, and increasing the damage taken from you by 3% for 15 seconds. Because of the higher weapon and spell damage, when the shiv target dies, shiv is transferred to lowest health target. Lowest health enemy within 12 meters of the corpse for damage duration, increase in damage taken from you by 3% up to 12%. One shiv target at a time. Interesting. Okay. Also, that's damage taken by you. That is a bucket being multiplied, so that could be really good. Hey, what's going on, network? How you doing, man? Should be pulled one of the Final Fantasy Sorta creators and slipped up having an active in-game mod running the other day. What's hilarious? Let me find the clip. Alright. Violating TOS, so 15 more permabans incoming. Sheesh. I saw you message me on Discord. Yeah, hold on. I'll tell you what that was about real quick. I don't want to say it on stream. Yeah, there you go. Back from Trix, he said, combat is floaty, abilities don't feel heavy, and the game is just old. Short summary. Oh, really? Okay. Types in all caps. Trix a good guy, man. He's funny. He's a funny guy. He played a shit ton of New World back when I played it too. The New World creator. He's kind of been going from MMO to MMO, trying to figure out what he wants to play. So I don't blame him, dude. He's just trying to find what's good, what he enjoys. Just like anyone. Kind of like what we were doing. This is gold. Alright, hold on. Let me look at these little sets here, and we'll take a look at that real quick. Alright, Thousand Eye looking interesting. Glittering Gold. Weapon damage, dealing damage with the bash or heavy attack deals. I think that's the coefficient that they're doing here. Since it's forced takes frost damage over 8 seconds to the enemy. If the effect completes, the enemy applies minor brittle up to 6 enemies within 12 meters of itself for 10 seconds. Okay. It's a bash or heavy attack, does frost damage over 8 seconds. Applies minor brittle to 6 enemies. Okay. Enemy dies, the enemy releases restorative energy, restoring 800 mag and stamina to you and your group members within 12 meters of the enemy. Occur once every 8 seconds. Interesting. Okay. Does it have a cooldown? This is occur once every 8 seconds for the restore. Doesn't see it. Doesn't look like it does. Okay. Interesting. The Ruckus, max HP taking or dealing direct damage grants you 1 stack of Enraged. You gain Enraged every 1 second, up to 10 stacks. Lose 1 stack for every 5 seconds when not taking or dealing damage. At max stacks, you no longer gain or lose stacks of Enraged, and you gain Mage Protection, Major Expedition, and Major Force for 10 seconds. When max Enrage ends, your stamina, magic, and health recovery reduced by 4. Ooh, 2 by 10 for 10 seconds. To be honest, bro, I mean, the only thing you don't have on the DK would be Major Force, and you technically don't really need recovery because of all the shit you're getting. So, could be good. I don't know. I mean, the only thing you're really be getting is Major Force, which, I mean, to be fair, is really, really strong. That could be pretty good, man. I don't know. That's the game director, by the way, not the streamer, but the Inspector Yoshi character that pulled up on Xeno. Good choice, but I don't blame him because exactly, yeah. You know, he's just trying to find something. So get less and less enjoyable patch after patch. Yeah. I don't see any of these updates being an improvement to PvP. Like I said, this year's year to make or break. If they fuck it up, yes, it's 100% next year. Honestly, with all the things that are changing, it's gonna be good for the PvE players. I feel like there's gonna be a lot more stuff to mess around with, even with just it being DK right now. But with all the class changes that are coming, sure, they're not gonna be getting a ton of like trials and dungeons and shit. I think, right? There's still gonna be a lot of stuff to do. I feel like a lot of stuff that's being changed. But yeah, I get it. I get it. see what we got. Gore Thief. This is the PvP monster set. Stam health, damage. Dealing direct damage generates a stack of Blood Thief every 0.5 seconds. And lasts for 10 seconds up to 10 max. Roll dodge to consume a stack and heal yourself for 2,000 health. At max stack, smash an enemy. Target to consume all stacks and deal bleed damage to all enemies within 8 meters of you. Interesting. It's a whole 5-piece set for that. Interesting. I'd like to see how that scales. Could be interesting, I guess. Need to give us Druid or Monk. That'd be cool. I'd be down for a Druid. I guess Warden kind of fits the Druid though a little bit, right? Because it already has plant skills, animal skills, and then ice. Which I mean, it could be literally anything for Druid, right? The Warden kind of is the Druid, in my opinion. I think. With it being changed though, with it being under a rework, like mid-year or something like that, right? Could be pretty cool. We'll see what they do with that. But Monk would be pretty sick. I think a lot of people have been wanting Monk too. Punch these gankers in the face. Curve mode, ready for some football. Alright, fixes and adjustments class sets. Basalt Blooded Warrior fixation where this set did not properly update when bar swapping while sprinting. Oh. Well, that's pretty fucky. Alright. Twice Born Star. What the fuck? They're touching Twice Born Star. Who's used that since like a fucking bajillion years ago? Holy moly. Facing rid of the set wouldn't display the second active Mundus in your character sheet or inventory displays. Fixed an issue where using two-handed weapons did not count as a two-piece of equipment for this set in some cases. What the frick? I imagine like a 100% reflectability where if you time it right as a monk, it just instantly reflects all damage for the next 2 seconds for force pulse gankers. True, yeah. Well, with the... I don't know if you're going to be playing DK, but with the wings change, you know, it could be pretty good, getting that 50% damage reduction to the force pulse. I mean, against 15 of them ain't going to change nothing, but, I mean, against one or two might help, if you end up using it. What's going on, Payne? How you doing, bro? You little shoutsers. Oh, you already got it. Cool. For Mr. Payne there. All I'm gonna say is DK is getting better. Yes, it is, bro. I just got through all the changes for DK. And for the 2H skills, bro? God damn, son. They ain't done yet, yeah. If that's gonna be the, wait till tomorrow is the... Yeah, I guess tomorrow's gonna be the next round of PTS notes, huh? But yeah, if that's gonna be like the standard for classes, bro, I'm excited for Warden. That's all I gotta say, dude. Could be interesting. What has more players? Oh shit. Let's see what else we got here. Mythics, Ring of the Pale Order, fixing issue where healing taken from companions was disabled while wearing this set, despite stating otherwise. Okay. Audio, don't really care. Quest, don't care. Alliance War PvP. Okay, here we go. Actually, quite a bit of changes in here. What the fuck? Battle Spirit now has a heal over time modifier, which reduces healing taken by 50%? Wait a minute. Hold up. Is it finally fucking happening, dude? Hold on a second. Let me reread this shit. Now it has a heal over time modifier, which reduces healing taken by 50% if you have 3 or more actively on your person. Bro! Holy shit! That's going away! What do you mean? Dude, no way, dude. Why is that? That's perfect, bro. I mean, hold on. Is it like, hold on. Heal over time modifier, which reduces healing taken by 50% for the HOTS or all together? Hold on. You control ball groups now with a shit ton of HOTS. Grouped by your own team, even as a solo. All. Okay, so if it's all, that's terrible. I thought that was only towards HOTS. Only place the stick heal over times and not area of effect. Okay, so the ones that I'm placing down are good. Still displays not currently reflect. Okay, wait. All your healing goes to 50. So it's only supposed to go to sticky HOTS though, right? and it's going to everything. Yeah, if it's only hots, that's good. If a dog shit tank puts radiant regen on you, it counts as a stack with 300 healing per second. Right. If they change this to only apply to, it's kind of hard. It's really kind of hard to say. They'd have to make it to where, like, oh, that's kind of hard to say. Like only group members or something. But then I don't know. Then you couldn't heal randoms. No, what they could do is they could just make it to where the highest heal that's on you could take priority, and then the other ones get nerfed or something. I don't know. It's something they can't really do right now. Yeah, like that's the only thing I can think about. Because like with New World, right? If you had like an AOE heal, it's called Sacred in New World, right? If you put a Sacred down and say another healer put a Sacred on top of yours, only one would apply, and that's the one that does the most healing. The other one would just basically give you the buff, right? Because if you stand in a Sacred in New World, it would increase the amount of healing you do to the person that's standing in it. So, I mean, I guess what they could do is just like maybe give the best hots to you as like the main three. I don't know. That's kind of hard to say. And then all the other ones afterwards get reduced. I don't know. Hmm. Even adding to Battle Spirit was a challenge. Yeah. Yeah. I'm glad that they're adding something though. Okay, they're looking at it. They know it's a problem. Should be interesting. What's going on, Rose? Welcome in. Hello. Hmm. That one's interesting. I can see where they're going with it, but there are some problems with it. Any different percentage change? Winners respite is going to be the MVP. Control ball grooves. That's what we're looking at. Hmm. Yeah, that's hard to say, bro. But I don't care to download a 160 gigabyte game for maybe an hour worth of testing. Yeah, I'm gonna download it tomorrow. I'm not gonna do it today because I have to go. Oh shit, I gotta go soon. All right, I think we're almost done here. I'm gonna try and finish this real quick, and then I gotta head out here. Um, but yeah, I like this, man. I like it, but I hate it. I kind of see what they're going with here, but we'll see, man. All right, let's see. Roads and Cyrodiil now offer a bonus to movement speed while out of combat, on foot, and mounted. Whoa. These speed bonuses apply to roads which you see on a Cyrodiil map, but also extend to some dirt roads. Interesting. So this is kind of like New World 2 as well. You got a little speed bonus when you're on a road. That's actually huge, bro. How much of a speed bonus is it? Do we know? That's really nice. That reduces the mount simulator in Cyrodiil a little bit. Well, it's got to be a sticky hot, right? Which Heaty's it is kind of a sticky hot because it's around you. But Winter's that just throws it on the ground. That's a ground hot. Yeah, don't count to stag. Yeah, if it's a ground hot, it shouldn't stag. But Heaty's is kind of a sticky hot to yourself, so it might, but I don't know. Heaty's also. I mean, if you're just trying to troll people, if it does count it towards the stacking, then yeah. But it doesn't heal for very much anymore. It used to heal for a lot, man. I used to use Heaty's back in the day. It was really good. Leave ground still counts. Yeah, we'll have to see. That's interesting. If this even goes through the way it is, right? And they already said that this is changing from what Payne said, right? Like healing springs, right? Yeah, healing springs. Yeah. All right, so let's see. Challenger Ash keeps now have a larger courtyard area within the main gate to prevent players from jumping up to the inner keep from the gatehouse using a physics exploit. Pain. Fuck. Interesting. Shit, bro. Oh man, interesting. It was only a matter of time, to be honest. It was only a matter of time. That's funny as shit, though. It stays when you have to leave the circle. It's a stick. Okay. Let's see. Small barricade has been added to stairs near Owlsville Farm to prevent players from jumping to the outcroppings. Uh, I just fucking lost my place. Jumping to the outcroppings of an upgraded Owlsville Keep. Corner. Was that the... Wait. Am I thinking the same one? I think I am. Is that the one that I did? Is that the one that I went on to, bro? With, what's his name? American? Solo American? They finally are just in the hackler named Pain. Yeah. I think I know what this one is, bro. Yeah. I definitely didn't do that, though. I don't know what you're talking about. Anyway, there's no longer a limitation when queuing between similar types of campaigns. Wait, what? Can be now queued. Wait. Can be queued from another serial campaign. Okay. Okay. Are they going to be addressing the people queuing out? I thought that's what that was. It's still broken. I found a way in. Hacking Pain over here breaking the game. Oh my god. Oh, he fucking. Hold on, dude. Goose gotta fly. Hold on a second, bro.
The rat's the better one.
Oh, that's the barricade?
Yeah, I
Oh
can still do
my.
it. Guys, I did it. It doesn't solve the problem, ladies and gentlemen. Clip it and ship it.
Oh
You guys
my
gotta fix your shit.
Okay, so hold on. Do you look in that direction in here? Okay, so you know the little tower to the left of here? You know what I'm talking about? That's what I was thinking of, because if you hit the staircase, right, you can leap up to the top of the tower, but I don't think you look at it. But you know what I'm talking about? The one to the left of here, up the stairs. You can hit the, yeah, it's like over here, the little tower right here. You can hit the staircase just right and get on top of it and siege from up top there. And the only way people can get you down is just by sieging the shit out of you. But dude, I didn't even know you could do that, dude. It's hilarious. Cause yeah, if you hit the thing just right, yeah, you get that.
Yeah,
super
I can still
jump.
do it. Guys, I did it.
Oh man, oh no. That's hilarious. Reported. You know, hey, he's on PTS, so right? He's testing the game. He did no wrong. Okay. Listen. Linda, listen. All right. Oh yeah, they still gotta work it. I mean, you just show them. So perfect. Hold on. Okay, small barricade. Yeah. Okay, leaderboards now go up to 500 entries and no longer have class assignments. Okay. Battlegrounds, 3-sided battlegrounds have returned to Battleground Weekend events. Oh shit! This plays a 2-sided standard queue. Those events not being competitive, which remains a 4v4. Oh, we bringing back the old maps and shit, dude? That could be fun. We'll have to see how it plays out, but that could be fun. Huntsman's Fortress now has elevated spawn points with a bit more room to move around to help prevent area effects hitting you upon respawn. Has been lowered. Has been elevated spawn points to help prevent area effects hitting you upon respawn. Oh jeez, that's fucked up. You cannot queue for another campaign while in Imperial City. Imperial City, what the fuck? City includes sewers and districts. If you have 100 plus Televar stones on your person, there it is. At least that's the Televar one, bro, or the Imperial City. Huh? Because yeah, it kind of diminished the what is it? The recall little fucking item that you get from Imperial. It kind of just diminished the need of using that because you could just queue out with all your stones. Didn't matter. So that's nice. Risk reward wasn't there exactly. You just get in there, get all your stones, then queue to fucking Cyrodiil, and that was it, dude. I mean, everyone did that. I mean, I do it too. There's no point. That could be good. I mean, it is good. It's not even can be. It's fucking perfect. Vengeance fixed an issue that caused Fighters Guild skills to be overwritten in Vengeance. Bounty Hunter skills will now function as intended. Bounty Hunter skills. Or quests? Oh yeah, isn't that like one of the passives for the Fighters Guild? You could do like quests and Cyrodiil. Yeah, why wouldn't you do it? Exactly? God, they changed it. Yeah, that's a good change. Dude, I'm not even gonna lie to you. I don't think I've ever once done these. I don't think I've ever done these, bro. Quest as a passive, huh? Yeah. I remember the passive being there, but I don't think I've ever done these. Should I do one just to see what it's like, bro? I have never done one. Bounty Hunter quests. Interesting. Honestly, I'm gonna go talk to them about that. Yeah, yeah, definitely. I mean, if you've got like a fucking direct link to them, bro, that's perfect, man. Yeah, definitely talk to them about that. That's could be changed. This should just be a thing in Cyrodiil or however the hell they have it instead of just Cyrodiil repair kit. Venge has been updated to stop once the target structure reaches 100%. Was it not doing that? It's interesting. Audio, don't care. Crafting and economy. Stoneman does not sell desecrated grave soil, worm cult motif style item for 150 gold. Local authorities have not yet discovered this illicit trade on holy graveyard dirt. Nor is there an explicit Tamrielic law about it, but it's still pretty sus. As an associate display caption, rag picker. Okay. Crown store, cosmetics. Okay. Base game improvements. Okay, so support the following DLCs becoming part of the base game. These products have been removed from the Crown Store. Morrowind, part of the base game, we're removing it from the Crown Store. Perfect. Warden, Imperial City, Orsinium, Thieves Guild, Dark Brotherhood, Guilds and Glory, the 4 DLC. Yeah, that makes sense, because these are the main 4, right? That big pack. Yeah. Okay. Season of the Worm Cult, Solstice DLC is now available in the Crown Store. The DLC includes both western and eastern sides of the zone. Man, what? And it's still crazy how, I'm not gonna lie, how bad that fucking DLC was, man. This was like a whole yearly thing, too. The whole seasons of the Worm Cult. Man. I'm hoping that the game, just from everything we've been reading, bro, it sounds like it's getting a lot better. But damn, bro, what a year, man. What a year it's been for ESO. Holy moly! I think this might be like last year might have been like the worst year of ESO, maybe one of the worst. It's pretty bad. Minus like the new shit we got, right? Like the new shit was cool with subclassing. Obviously, it had its own issues, but it was cool in theory. If they would have like made some cool changes to it and shit, it would have been, or balancing changes to it would have been even better. But other than that, like everything else that we've gotten, no communication, so on and so forth. Yeah. Let's see what we got. Events, don't care. Housing, don't care. Okay. Climb. Quickly skim through these. Localization. Okay. Alright, interesting. Don't care about housing? You monster! What's going on, Nico? You know what's kind of funny about that, Nico? Is I've got to leave here pretty soon. You always end up joining when I have to leave, bro. It's like the Nico curse. I was gonna go over this real quick too, and then I was probably gonna call it. And then tomorrow, probably around the same time, we're gonna do the PTS and actually look at some of these systems and shit. No, you do that on purpose when I join. How'd you know? Alright, so let's see. We got Season 0, Season 1, Season 2. I kind of briefly looked over these, but I'm going to look a little bit more into it. Visual refresh and balance updates for Dragon Knight and 200 skill lines. So we kind of already looked at those in the patch notes. Player experience improvements, account-wide outfit slots, skill, attribute respect for the free and UI. Okay, so we already read most of this shit, right? Earnable rewards in the Gold Coast Bazaar, Battle Pass, the new event zone, PvP progression system. They didn't really say much of that in the patch notes. Is that already on PTS? What's that looking like? If that's on there, we'll look at that tomorrow too. New Overland difficulty option, challenge difficulty. So I did hear about the new difficulty for Overland, but nothing nothing about the rewards other than like a little bit more XP and gold. Other than that. D's here, I bet it's because of him, not me. Yeah, I was gonna say, he's been here, bro. Shit. Funny. And then, yeah, added the base game. Okay, so next we got Season 1, which is going to be summertime, and that's going to be the freaking Warden Baby. Can't wait for that. That's going to be interesting. New stories and quests, Thieves Guild, Shea Gorath. Interesting. New system, Sage's Vault. Multi-stage cooperative events, dynamic world events. Okay. New in-game... Is this fucking Windfall, bro? I haven't heard this shit since, like, old GD days, bro. This is, like, one of the hardest demons in the game at one point. Anyway, I'm getting fucking sidetracked. I got doodle brain, bro. Anyway, new in-game event, High Seas... Oh, wait, High Seas of Tamriel. Are we finally getting boats? Are we getting some fucking... Are we getting some goddamn naval warfare finally? No way, bro. I doubt it, but... High Seas of Tamriel. What do we got going on here, bro? That was one of the main things I've wanted in ESO from, like, the day I walked off the boat, man. It's like, man, take this bitch back out there. Let's go battle, dude. Let's go beat some shit up. I know it's an event, bro. I know, but still. Ocean-based card game? Yeah, bro. High Seas of Tamriel. I've always wanted that, bro. Some naval warfare. Oh, it'd be cool. Even for an event, I'm curious of it, bro. Because the only naval shit we get in the game is, like, the quest from Green Shade when you go fight the serpent in the ocean. That's like the only thing I can think of that you actually go out in the ocean and fight something. It's like the only thing. But anyway, new trial. Okay. Player experience improvements. More details coming soon. So they're not going to give everything here, but we got some more quality of life shit and stuff. Class of combat, visual refresh, and balance updates for Sork. More improvements come. Group event zone, night market returns, so the same as season 0. Solo dungeons, Moonhunter Keep. Wait, what? Moonhunter Keep and March of Sacrifices. Solo dungeons, interesting. Was here that motherfucker shakes fist? Yeah, he was here, bro. I think he went to go talk to or drop a message for the devs about the whole Fighters Guild thing. But that's interesting. So no more solo dungeons. So I imagine there's probably going to be a rework to these dungeons, obviously, because it's not going to be 4 people doing it anymore. But maybe different mechanics and shit. Could be interesting. Large-scale world events in Skyrim, dynamic storms. Large-scale events. So they're talking about the Harrow storms. Are they making them different, maybe? Wait, what? Fighting furries? Or furries on my own? Hell yeah! Oh, the fucking werewolf dungeons, yeah. Okay, yeah, that's all. All right, cool. New collectibles include each season. New Tamriel Tome, Ghost Bazaar refresh. It's looking pretty cool, man. Not gonna lie, there's a lot of cool shit coming. I just hope they pull it off. New management. If I can say anything, you guys are doing, at least from what you're putting on paper, looks fucking great, man. It's exciting stuff. As far as, you know, nothing happening to Greyhost and potential vengeance implications, we'll see what happens with that. But as far as just like overall game, I think this is the most we've gotten in years. I mean, if we're gonna be honest. Just like the amount of changes happening, quality of life, shit like that. So, pretty nice, man. I'm liking it. It is a lot, yeah. If only you knew the battle I have with myself. Be on the sideline watching, yeah. Well, with that being said, boys and girls, that'll be the stream for today. Like I said, tomorrow we'll be checking out the PTS and taking a look at all that, all those changes, especially a lot of the systems. So, with that, Fricky, where you going? I'm going over to Trick stream, bro. We're gonna see how he's doing. Even it might be his last day in ESO. Let's go ahead and send some love. All right. Figure out what the hell he's trying to do, dude. So, see you, Dave. See you, Dom, D, Nico. Love you guys, and I'll see you guys over there and tomorrow. GG's, man. Send some love. Talk to you soon. You too.
Did that work? Let me see. No.